Greetings, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to Poliwhirl's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're doing a playthrough of Pokemon Crystal using Meganium. Meganium is known as the herb Pokemon. This is an optimized playthrough. Let's dive into our first battle with our rival. His name is Triple Question Mark. We named our Pokemon Hibiscus. And we went for a Razor Leaf, didn't work, so we decided to go for one Swords Dance, which makes our tackle super boosted, and we knock out our rival. And we're going to move right on to the next route where we'll talk a little bit about what we did in this playthrough to make it optimized. So first off, Meganium is a grass type. We're on a medium slow growth rate. Like I said, it's the herb Pokemon. And in an optimized playthrough, we can pick a move from our breeding moves and add it to our moveset. Now, there wasn't a lot of great options. We could added a couple things, but the thing I landed on is either one or two things. It was an Ancient Power, which would have been great for the first couple gyms, but it would have phased out near the end of the game. Or we could have gone for Swords Dance, which is what we chose. Swords Dance ups your attack stat by 2 staging, do this up to 3 times. And basically, this is a setup and sweep kind of move as long as you can survive. And Meganium's a very bulky Pokemon. It's got a high special attack or special defense and a high defense, so it can survive a lot of things. So it's the perfect move with this Pokemon. As long as you can set up against the first couple Pokemon or first Pokemon, you'll set yourself up for a good way to sweep. Now, there's no badge boost in this generation. We can still get our attack stat boosted. We don't have any physical grass moves. It's not, the physical special split hasn't happened yet. However, we can still utilize some other moves around the map. So we're wrapping up with this final bug catcher here, and we're just going to Swords Dance so we can easily one-shot everything here. And Swords Dance really does make this Pokemon very powerful. In the early game, grass Pokemon do not have advantages. Flying type gym, bug gym, the 4th gym's poison type, you have an ice type gym, so there's not a lot of advantages for the grass type in Generation 2, but with Swords Dance it kind of cancels those things out. So we level up to level 11 and get all the way to Faulkner at 4 minutes and 39 or 40 seconds, whatever you want to call it. And Pidgey will come out, and we're going to set up with Reflect so we don't take a lot of damage just in case it does attack us. 2 setups, and we're going to tackle in one shot with the Pidgey. And we're going to tackle in one shot with the Pidgeotto. Nope, it's a 2-shot, but we still get the win. And we get a very easy win over Faulkner. We're going to Faulkner get his Zephyr badge. We're going to move right on to Bugsy's gym. Now, there were some battles in between there. There were some fishermen who had some water Pokemon that were pretty easy to knock out with Razor Leaf. We had the option for Petal Dance, but I opted not to get it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and face Bugsy and his Pokemon. Bugsy is going to come out with a Metapod. We're going to set up Reflect just to make sure our defense is up while we set up, just to be safe. We probably could have got poisoned here. No, it's not Kakuna. Kakuna has Poison Sting, not Metapod. So we set up, and now we can sweep. And now Kakuna is going to come out, and we're fully boosted. 216 attack stat right now in the bottom left corner with our Swords Dance boosted. So tackle is a 2-shot on the Skyther. We couldn't learn Swift. Swift would have been great to pair with this move, but we couldn't learn it. But we do get the knockout in the win nonetheless. And I'm going to go right out and go right into our rival battle. This is our second rival battle. He's going to lead with a Ghastly. Now, here's the trick here. Ghastly, we're going to go for 1 setup of Swords Dance, 2 setup of Swords Dance, and then Mud Slap, and that should be a 1-shot. Now, Mud Slap will work well on the Q-Lava, but it won't work well on the Zubat. We don't really have a great move for Zubat. Mud Slap can't hit it, and Razor Leaf, it's pretty much resisted to it. But Q-Lava can get hit by Mud Slap, and it will, and at 1 shot, it's very good. We beat our second rival battle, and we're going to move right onto this forest, and very crucial to this Pokemon right now is getting a move that coincides very well, that's also decently powerful with Swords Dance, and that is Headbutt. So we got Headbutt, we're going to add it to our moveset right now. We don't need Mud Slap, but we might hang on to it, and might get rid of Reflect. I think Reflect might be the best route here. No, we'll see. Which one will it be? Comment down below. Just kidding. But we add Headbutt, and now we're going to move right into Whitney's gym. Now, Whitney's gym, this one isn't that hard. Clefairy is like the perfect Pokemon to set up on. It could Metronome and get something crazy that could like mess up our run and give us a reset, but it's not going to. She's going to lead out with her Clefairy. It's a perfect Pokemon to set up on, so we just got to go for Swords Dance. 1 Swords Dance, 2 Swords Dance. We really shouldn't need 3, but Headbutt is a 1-shot on the Clefairy. And Miltank, is it Miltank a 1-shot? It is as well. Whitney is a cakewalk. We beat her, and we're going to move right on to the next part, which is Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo, we actually have a huge advantage against because we are a grass type and we have Razor Leaf. This should be a foregone conclusion. I don't remember if I was paying attention. I might have just hit Headbutt, but Razor Leaf 1-shot to Sudowoodo. Very good. And we move right on to the Lake of Rage, where we're not going to face Gyarados yet, but we're going to pick up a move. This is Hidden Power, and we're going to go with Hidden Power Ice in this playthrough. It really cancels out 1 gym leader and 1 Elite 4 member. It's a very useful move. I won't add it right away. I'll wait. But now we're going to go face the Komodo girls. Now, this is an opportunity I like to spend to talk to you guys about my channel, I like to go over the fact that we just hit 500 subscribers. Actually have 501 as of right now. As of the time I'm recording this voiceover, we have 501 subscribers, so we hit a big milestone. I'm very happy about that. Thank you all who have subscribed, and there's still 83% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you're in that number, that large number of 83%, please like, share, subscribe. Please comment. It helps YouTube algorithm, gets out to more people. If you think you want to come back and watch videos, subscribing is the best way. I do post 3 times a week. They're not all playthroughs, but there are 3 videos a week. There might be a 4th one next week because we gotta give a recap, and I want to dive right into the fighting type of Generation 1 for our playthrough to see who the best fighting type in Generation 1 is. That's our next little series we're doing, little mini-series, fully evolved. But now we're going to dive right into our rival. Our rival is going to come out with a Haunter. He goes for Curse. We did get 1 setup in on Swords Dance. So Headbutt with 1 shot. The Zubat, Magnemite, Q-Lob is going to come out. Mud Slap is actually pretty effective, but we don't get a 1 shot. We do get a 2 shot. It's a good knockout. And Magnemite, we are really boosted against them, so we should knock him out. We do get a pretty easy win over our rival and move right on to Morty. Morty is the Ghost Poison Gym Leader. We should have a disadvantage here, but we hung on the Mud Slap strictly for this battle because Mud Slap is decently effective and it's a physical move, and as long as we can get set up, we're going to take a little bit of curse damage, that's fine. As long as we don't get paralyzed, we should be able to set up and then sweep. So 1 shot on the Ghastly. It was kind of half health, so it should have been a 1 shot. Haunter gets 1 shot. Gengar, is it a 1 shot? It is a 1 shot, very good. And so Haunter should be a foregone conclusion. We get a pretty easy win, very dominant win over Morty. We beat Morty, we leave, and we're going to head right towards Chucky Boy's gym. Now we're inside Wood City, and we really don't do a lot inside Wood City other than pick up the secret potion and then go face old Chucky Boy. And Chucky Boy's gym is going to be pretty easy. I do actually fight these battles. These are just super simulated as an editing trick. That way you can see that I'm going through. I don't want to show all the battles, so that would bog down the video and make it longer, and the battles are pretty obsolete. But he's going to come out, and he has the perfect Pokemon to set up on. I love Primeape, but Primeape is not good with them, so we get 2 setups of Swords Dance. So we're at +4, and so now we're just going to sweep. We replaced Headbutt with Body Slam, so Body Slam 1-shots the Primeape, and it's going to 1-shot the Poliwrath as well. Get a pretty easy win over Chucky Boy, and we're going to move right on to the Lighthouse, where we give the medicine to Ampharos. He's feeling so much better, he flashes us, and so now we're going to get out of here, follow Jasmine to her gym, and we're going to go face Jasmine. Jasmine is the Steel Gym Leader, and we kept Mud Slap so that we can sweep her team as well, and it's actually not the easiest sweep ever. I thought it'd be a much easier battle than it was, but we set up, we get paralyzed, and we get confused a little bit, but Mud Slap 1-shots the Magnemite. Steelix comes out. Mud Shot is when we hit ourselves, but Mud Shot does not do that much damage to Steelix, not like I thought. I think we need to switch to Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf would be a much better move. Yep, if we'd have probably hit Razor Leaf twice, we probably would have 2-shot with Razor Leaf. But now we're going to go ahead and face, we're going to face Jasmine again. There we go. And like I said, we go for the setup. It paralyzes us. We go for the setup. We don't get confused this time, so that's good. So now she's going to bring out Steelix again. This is our first reset, so the fact that we're this late in and we got our first reset, I'll take it. And then Razor Leaf should finish off Steelix. And now go back up to Magnemite. We still have our stats boosted. 1-shot on the Magnemite, very good. We get a clean win, but not an easy win, I should say, over Jasmine and move right onto the Lake of Rage. Lake of Rage is where Gyarados is. Red Gyarados, all hulked out. We're going to face him. And Body Slam looks like it's going to be a 2-shot. And gets the 2-shot, very easy win. We're going to get out of the water and go talk to Lance, the liar with the flyers. He's wearing a cape. Kind of weird. He's just wearing a cape, and then without any warning, just flies away. And we go help him, but now we're going to face Price in his gym. That came out really fast. Wow. Okay. I need to slow that down next time I do that edit and that transition. But we're going to go ahead and go for a Razor Leaf on the Seal. We're going to go for Razor Leaf on the Dugong Gong Gong. It's Ice type, so it probably won't be a 1-shot, but it'll be a 2-shot. Very good. And then Piloswine is a Ground type, so Razor Leaf should 1-shot it. Very good. Price is really a cakewalk when it comes to this playthrough. But with Price beaten, we're going to go right on to our next rival battle in the Underground. And we're going to go ahead and face our rival. He's going to come out with, I believe he comes out, what is it, Golbat? I think this one's a Golbat. Yep, Golbat. So Golbat comes out, and Golbat, we're going to go ahead and go for a setup here. Nope, Hidden Power Ice. We're not going to go for a setup right now. Go for Hidden Power Ice. We're going to go ahead and go for Return on the Q-Lava. We replaced Body Slam with Return. Our friendship got high enough that it was very useful. Go ahead and knock out Magnemite in 2 shots. Haunter comes out, Hidden Power Ice, knock it out. And then Sneasel comes out. As long as we have a good physical attack, Sneasel is usually pretty easy. We knock out Sneasel, very good. We beat our rival. We have 51 minutes and 46 seconds to move right on to Claire. Claire is the Dragon Gym leader. Hidden Power Ice is specifically gotten for her and one other person. We're going to Swords Dance just to be safe. That way our return on Claire's Kingdra can be a one-shot. So we did 1 setup. Hidden Power Ice is a knockout on the Dragonair. Very good. And Hidden Power Ice on the... We're paralyzed, so we missed the first one. But we Hidden Power Ice on the Dragonair. Now is return enough to one-shot the Kingdra. It is good. So we get paralyzed, but it's not a big deal. We power through it. And now I'm going to move right on to our next rival battle. And it's the last rival battle before we face the Elite Four. It's actually the last rival battle we have to face in this game. I think there's one other place you can find a rival battle, but I don't do that in Kanto. So now it's our final rival battle. We've added Earthquake. Our moveset's Return, Hidden Power, Swords Dance, and Earthquake. Really weird moveset considering there's not any stab moves here, but this Pokemon with Swords Dance doesn't need stab moves. So 1 shot on the Sneasel, 1 shot on the Golbat, 1 shot, is that a 1 shot? It's a 1 shot on the Typhlosion because we have Earthquake, very good. And Earthquake honestly should steamroll the rest of the team. Magneton goes down to an Earthquake. It's weird that this Pokemon can get Earthquake and not Dig, but I digress. Haunter goes down to 1 Earthquake, and Cadaver goes down to 1 Earthquake as well. We beat our rival, and we move right on to the Elite Four. Elite Four is going to be exciting. Stay tuned. So with all the gym leaders defeated, we're going to go ahead and dive into the Elite Four. At least all the gym leaders in Johto. We're going to dive into Elite Four. We're going to go over our stats real quick and our moves, but our moves are going to be first. We have 2 items we'll really hold in these battles. Pink Bow, and the other item is the Never Melt Ice. We could also hold a Paralyzed Cure Berry. It can happen occasionally. There's also a berry to cure confusion. We've yet to use that really in any playthrough, but it's there in case we need it. Pink Bow, like I said, right now Pink Bow is equipped. Return, Hidden Power Ice, Swords Dance, and Earthquake are our moves. It's really much a setup and sweep, and Hidden Power will handle anything that's either weak to ice or needs a special attack to get it done. And then our stats of this Pokemon are as follows. The bottom left corner has the modified stats with our badge boost applied, but the attack is 131, defense is 148, special attack is 133, special defense is 151, and speed is 129 for, this is a great stat total, and it's for the most part, pretty well balanced, but it is a very bulky Pokemon, like I said earlier. And like I said, in the bottom left corner is the stat modifications. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the Elite Four. The first member of the Elite Four is Will. Will is a Psychic Trainer, and he leads out with a Xatu. Now, this is why we kept Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice we're going to set up anyway, because he can't do a lot to us, unless he goes for, like, Peck or something, but he doesn't have Peck. He's all Psychic and Quick Attack is pretty much his only moves. So now that we've taken some damage, we're fully set up, and we should be able to sweep now. Go for Return on the Jinx. It's a 1-shot. We have Executor come out next. Hidden Power Ice should 1-shot Executor in 1 go. Very good. Slowbro comes out. Xatu comes back out. Hidden Power Ice on the Xatu. Very good. And the final Pokemon, which is Slowbro, is Return a 1-shot. It is, even with his high bulk and high defense stat. We get the win and move right on to Koga. Koga is the Poison Specialist in the Elite Four, and he's going to lead out with Ariados. Ariados comes out. Now we're going to set up on the Ariados. 1, 2. He passes them off. He sets up double team so I can't hit him, and then he passes it off. That doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. You run your own team, I'll run mine. Return on the Venomoth. Knock it out. Very good. So now Ariados comes back out. We are set up to +4. We didn't get fully set up, but that's okay. And now Muck comes out. Earthquake on the Muck. It's very powerful because it works with our physical attack stats. That's a 1-shot. And now Return on the Crobat. That's a 1-shot. And the last Pokemon is Fortress. Fortress comes out. We're going to go for Earthquake on the Fortress. We get a 1-shot. Very good. Very good. Very dominant playthrough of Koga. And now we're going to move right on to Bruno, the fighting/rock specialist, I guess is what he is. He's going to lead with the Hitmontop. We're going to go for a Swords Dance. Hitmontop goes for Quick Attack. Go for Swords Dance again. Hitmontop goes for another Quick Attack. And I was kind of waiting for him to go into ground so I could just use Dig. But he goes for Protect and kind of prolongs the first knockout. But after this, we should be able to sweep. Mach Punch might have a priority move. Nope. Hitmonchan goes down. Hitmonlee's up next. Return. 1-shot. Very good. We got to remember to not hit Return on the Onix. Got really high defense, but we get a 1-shot on the Machamp. And an Onix, just Hidden Power Ice, should 1-shot it. Just make sure we make the right move. Accident Return. Looks like it did enough damage. So with our boosted stats, it really did help us out there. So now we're facing Karen. Now Karen is always a lottery. It's always roll the dice. So let's see how this battle plays out. Do we start off strong? So first thing, we're going to set up Swords Dance, and we get hit by Feint Attack, we get hit by Sand Attack, we get hit by another Feint Attack. Those things didn't do too much to us, so that's okay. Full setup, one shot on the Umbreon. Next Pokemon is Vileplume. We're going to go for Return on the Umbreon. Very good, one shot. Then we have Houndoom. Return should one shot the Houndoom as well. We have Murkrow coming out next. Actually, no Gengar, so we have to change up our moves and go to Earthquake. That's okay. You get the knockout. It's a very easy knockout. And then Murkrow, either Hidden Power or Return will knock Murkrow out one go. So very good. Karen was pretty much a cakewalk. And so now we're going to move right into the battle I'm most confident in right now, which is Lance, the liar with the flyers, as my guy Squidgy would say. Swords Dance set up on the first Pokemon. Surf does nothing. Rain Dance isn't helping at all. And now we're fully set up, and we're going to go for Return on the Gyarados. That's a one-shot on the Gyarados. And he's going to bring out a Dragonite. One-shot on the Dragonite. Very good. Another Dragonite. Nope. Aerodactyl, which is even better, because now we can get this out of the way. The only two Pokemon with super effective move against us are Aerodactyl and Charizard. Charizard comes out next. Return should one-shot the Charizard. Very good. And so now we moved on to last two Dragonite. As long as we don't misclick and hit the wrong button, we should one-shot the first Dragonite, and then we should one-shot this second Dragonite. Get the win, get the knockout. We beat Lance. We're the champion now. We're going to be put in the Hall of Fame. Then we're going to compare that to our last playthrough. So I'm just tapping, trying to get the Hall of Fame time. And we get the Hall of Fame time just under 1 hour and 10 minutes. So the previous playthrough at this point in the game, we were at 1 hour and 47 minutes and 58 seconds. And we improved this by just under 40 minutes. So about 38 minutes is what the improvement was. Very good. Very happy with this result. With this Pokemon, I'm very happy with this. It could have been better. I think I could do a little bit better next time. Especially with Swords Dance, you don't need to fight as many battles. It basically set up and sweep. As long as you can, like I said, tank a couple hits from the first Pokemon, which usually is the opposition's weakest Pokemon, you can do this. But big improvement, and I'm really happy about that, but that's only half the battle. We gotta go jump over to Kanto. So I'll see you guys in Kanto. Now that we're in Kanto, we have to face all the gym leaders, and there's 8 gym leaders that we have to take on. I'm not going to talk about any of these battles. I'm going to let this play through, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about some other things. So, like I said in the beginning part of the video, we did hit 500 subscribers yesterday. Today is actually the 13th. That's when I'm doing this. So 12th is when I hit 500, and then 501 is the number of subscribers I'm at as of right now. So, great job. I appreciate everyone liking that. The next goal is to get to 1,000. And I also want to get my viewership hours up. So if you're watching this and you enjoy the video, make sure you like it, send it to friends that you know would like this kind of video, would like to see a playthrough, so on and so forth. If you haven't looked down below, I'm pretty sure in my playthroughs, I also have recommendations for other channels. It might not be in these videos, but I know I do it in the blue videos. I might not just copy it and paste it over the same verbiage and words and whatnot. With my playthroughs right now, I'm really in a rhythm of getting Pokemon Crystal played through, getting Pokemon Blue playthrough. Pokemon Crystal has some very challenging playthroughs coming up. We have Wobbuffet, which is garbage. We have Pineco. He's coming up, which is pretty much garbage as well. We have a couple other gimmicky Pokemon. We just did Unknown recently, and Unknown was very stressful, very tiresome, very frustrating, is the nice way I'll put it. So that playthrough wasn't great. It was fun, but it wasn't great. And we have some good ones coming up. Girafarig is great. There are the legendaries coming up. There are a lot of good Pokemon still left in Generation 2. Heracross that I haven't played. So we got a lot of things coming up. The Wednesday playthroughs that are Pokemon Blue, those are specifically for Pokemon Blue in the playthrough series that we have. Where we're figuring out who the best typing in Generation 1 is. I already figured out who I think the best fire type is in Generation 1. The recap video is next Wednesday. So I recommend you go check that out if you want to see how I plead my case for each Pokemon. And yeah, I think that you will enjoy that. If you like Pokemon videos, you'll like the analysis that comes into that. I don't get super depth in now. I'm not going to look at all the stats and all the ranges that we need for every battle. That's some other YouTubers do that, and that's their thing. My thing is I like playing through originally, like the original playthrough like I did with Chikorita a long time ago, and playing through and evolving. Then I like saying, let's pour some gas in on this and see how, well, not a good terminology with a grass Pokemon, but let's basically accelerate this and see how good this Pokemon can roll. What happens if we put a turbo on this this 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder and see how far we can push this Pokemon. And I think we pushed this Pokemon as far as we could push it with this. I do think we probably could have came into a couple lower levels just because Swords Dance is so great, but it's just how the game is. and we want to get to red at such a good level that we want to make sure we get a decent level going into red. Because if right now we're at level 63, if we're not at a decent level and we add our 10 rare candies before red, like, we could be there for a while. I've had Pokemon taking forever to beat red. So it definitely can happen, and it's something we have to prepare for. So I fight as many battles as I can up to that point that I think we need. It's hard to do in Crystal, because Crystal, you don't have a gradual progression of levels that you're facing with like random trainers. You don't have that. You have kind of a pick your own adventure, and either way you go is to have the same level curve. And it's kind of, it's really, it's not frustrating, but it's kind of like not great for progressing through the game. And then you also have the forced engagement with Team Rocket, and that's not bad. It'd be better if they were higher level, but they're not. So you have to face a good 20-30 Rocket members in this game to progress through the game. So that's the other thing about this. So Crystal is fun. Crystal is very unique. It's definitely different than Generation 1. It's got some great differences. The possibilities are endless. But let's dive back into our playthrough, and we're watching our battle against Blue. So Blue's going to come out. We do get a setup. Go for return on the Pidgeot. We get the knockout, very good. And hopefully we've set up enough that we can just sweep. That is the goal right now. Return. Not a great move for Executor. It's usually pretty bulky, but we do get the knockout nonetheless. With full setup, Earthquake should be a one-shot on the Arcanine. Very good. So that leaves us with 3 Pokemon left. Alakazam, Earthquake on the Alakazam. Very good. If Rhydon comes out next, nope, Rhydon does not come out next. We can go for return though. Gyarados will go down to 1 return. And the last Pokemon is Rhydon. We'll go for Giga Drain, replenish all of our health, and we're going to knock him out. Very good. Not that it mattered. We're going to go heal and get our power points replenished before we take on red. So we're walking into red at 1 hour and 32 minutes and 38 seconds at level 75 with 1 reset. Now, we get charmed right away, so I'll almost reset here, but like, you know what? Let's just set up. He can't really do much to us anyway. And we tried for 1 more, and I thought we could only do 3 swords dances, but you can actually do up until you're +6, even if you do get charmed. So if he charmed us again, we can do 1 more time. So that was great. I'm glad it didn't reset. So the next Pokemon to come out is a Venusaur, and we go for return on the Venusaur. Very good. Next Pokemon to come out is Charizard. Return on the Charizard. Should be a one-shot. Very good. We're fully set up. And the only thing that could really kill this right now is a Reflect by Espeon, but it doesn't get a chance to do it because we hit return. Snorlax comes up. We hit return on Snorlax, and do we get a clean sweep of red and his whole team? We do. We get the knockout. We get the win, and we beat our rival. Oh, I'm sorry, we beat red, and red goes down pretty easily in 1 try with a 1 reset. So of all the 3 starters, the Cyndaquil actually had the most resets, and honestly, the resets I got with Cyndaquil were just stupidity. I hit the wrong button against Bruno, and if I just would have faced Misty last after I'd faced everyone else, and had her been the last trainer instead of having Blue be the last trainer before I faced red, probably would have done better. But Meganium has 1 reset. We're at 1 hour and 33 minutes and 26 seconds. Not quite an hour of saved time, but 6 minutes, 57 minutes. I'll take that any day. That's a great improvement. That's a really good improvement. I'm happy with the results of this playthrough. I'm happy with the results of Meganium. Like I said, I like Meganium. I think he's a really cool grass type. He's just, Generation 2 is just not kind to grass types, but when you have a move that can kind of counter all your deficiencies like Swords Dance, you're gonna have a good playthrough. You're gonna have a solid playthrough. Like I said, that is minutes behind, 20+ minutes behind the others. Okay, not even close. I'm pretty sure for Alligator was like 1 hour and 5 minutes or something like that, or an hour and like 17 minutes or something like that. And Cyndaquil was like 1 hour and 25 minutes. So not too far behind. It's about the order that everyone expects when it comes to Generation 1. But that's the playthrough. That's what we get. Next week, I haven't decided if I'm going to jump back into playing through in order or if I want to catch up on some optimized playthroughs. There's some really good ones out there. There's Ladybuzz's optimized playthrough, and there's a couple Ariados optimized playthrough. There's possibilities of endless right now. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is Poliwhirl's Wrath. Let me know what you think. Should I jump back into the order of the Pokédex or keep doing these optimized playthroughs for the next week or two? And then I gotta find time to play through with Wobbuffet, because Wobbuffet, it's gonna be a long playthrough. I can just tell you right now, it's gonna be a long playthrough. So let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.